You gotta teach me and
Hey, good morning, everyone. We have got another voice on here today. You've heard him before, but I've never introduced him. His name's Warren, and we've known each other a year and a half now. Kind of got into day trading the same way, and yeah, welcome, Warren.
actually.
So I'm just looking at my 5 minute chart, and really cool how yesterday the market at about noon bumped up against that 14,200, and it's just kind of it bumped up against it one, two, three, four, kind of four times all of yesterday, overnight, early this morning, and now we're dropping. So I don't know about you, but I've got a line at like 14,040 and 13,920. Two kind of potential areas, not necessarily that I see the market going to, but
Hmm.
Uh, what are you seeing over there?
Yeah. Well, I just looked on my 3 hour this morning and I saw it pull back to a 38 and it just made a good 38 and it just hit it again. So it's respecting the 38 on the higher time frame
Okay,
on for a downtrend. And I've just been working off that since I opened my charts up.
I got open at 0.80 and a half.
Okay. 0.80 and a half. Okay.
She is fast this morning. Holy.
Yeah.
Friday too.
Quad
131,000 contracts already.
This is quad witching day, right?
Yeah. So prior to market open, my lag was like zero point 0.3, like really
Okay.
good, right? For where I'm
Yeah.
at.
Yeah.
Right now it's at 27 seconds.
Oh, okay. I'm at 0.09 sec. I'm under. Yeah. I got really good stuff going on here with that 1 gigabyte
That's so
internet.
mine is definitely behind, which is fine because this market's way too volatile for me to be touching at the moment.
Yeah. I'm not too interested in this yet.
No,
I want to see it slow down. But it respected that 38 pullback, or sorry, retracement, and it's sitting on that right now off my 3 hour, and that was just picking a swing high and a
that's
swing low.
the big
Yeah.
move from the top there. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah. And it just hit it again and rejected. So
Yeah,
I'm not
this is
sure
like this is like
if it's a
February, March Nasdaq right here.
yeah.
Like I wouldn't touch it the first 15 minutes when I was trading it back then. It's tempting because it looks like it's going to set up 100 times, but it's so fast.
Yeah, by the time you execute your trade and it gets through to the exchange,
You're
you
probably
can
stopped or
stop.
targeted it already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was all proud of my internet here this morning when it was point 0.2, point 0.3.
Okay, I got a bit of divergence in the 20 to go up from the last two highs. But I think we've pulled into this range. I'll see how it does around the open there.
It's interesting how it reacted at that 0.43 is where I had my line. And that was from, what was that from? I drew it on my 5 minute chart. I'm trying to find it now.
This is a day almost. Yeah, this market's too fast here for a 20 tick stop, in my opinion, right now.
Oh, for sure. I'm trying to figure out what the heck I drew that line for. Oh,
What?
it's from what happened on June 16th. So that's 2 days ago. We just went dead sideways right at this price that it just hit.
Oh, okay.
0.43. So I just marked an area of interest and it bumped up against that area a couple times 2 days prior to that too. So it seems to be a place in the market that it gets stuck. So now my internet's back to 0.4. So there was a huge amount of data flying through there
Hmm.
that my computer or my internet couldn't handle. I can't wait till I get that new internet, but I don't know when it's coming.
I sent you that other file as well.
Oh yes, I got that.
Sorry,
Thank you.
I thought I already did that.
All good. I haven't even finished chapter 4 yet, so
Chapter 4 is the big one.
uh
Chapter 5 is still big, but it's just less material.
yeah, I've been doing chapter 4. It's awesome. All right, I feel like it slowed down a little bit here. I guess we're only 6 minutes in.
I don't know. I'm still unsure of what direction. Like we're set up for, the 20
Yeah,
is
I
is
hear you.
is short just by
My bias is
it.
short at the moment, but that first 5 minute candle didn't really give me a good.
If we break this low, then we that double bottom or double top's valid. So but it's sitting around the open
Yeah,
here.
yeah. If we could get underneath 0.42, I'll totally be comfortable with the shorts.
Yeah.
Pretty happy that I finally was able to take a long trade. That was my first long of June, 2 days ago.
Wow. Yeah, I took long trade. Those were longs all day for me yesterday.
Yeah.
Long.
Well, actually, the one and only trade I took yesterday was long, but it was a break-even trade. Okay, starting to like this a little better.
Hmm.
Underneath
If it
all the 50s.
Yeah, and if it gets underneath the open here and then pulls back, I'll
Yeah.
be.
Well, I'm just kind of flip over to the 10 here. I'm going to start working these pivots a little bit on the 10. This one's too deep. 76 already.
I'm still not convinced we're down though, because
No, I'm not 100% either.
it's hit that open 3 times now and
Yeah.
rejected each time.
See if that holds. Divergence, kinda, sorta. Yeah, if we could get under the open, pull back to the open, pull back to the 50 RSI on the 10, that's going to be deadly.
Mhm. We keep getting
Mm-hmm.
higher lows here. So
Not higher highs though.
no. So it's squeezed. We're getting a squeeze
Yeah,
here.
a little
So
bit of a triangle there. I want to see if 14,100 holds.
I think I'm gonna go to a chest heart rate monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one on my forearm, um, but I'm having a lot of troubles with it.
Mm.
And I was suggested that it doesn't give you accurate readings anyways. And there's this better one that actually has an aura warning on it. When you get in above 85 to 95 is where you want to be.
I just wear my Fitbit, which is kind of a pain because you got to look at your watch to see what it is, but I can definitely start to feel when my heart rate's too high. I feel as if there's going to be some nice movement this morning and then really tight flat sideways, or
Well, we
just
might be in that
one
flat sideways right.
huge wow. I can't imagine it starts already, but today I think is a day if you can get a trade in, you're going to be thrilled and call her quits. Or at least that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, we just broke that 100.
I had an epiphany. I heard it before, but the other day, not trading and not trading is also trading.
Well, we're trading right now, yeah.
No, yeah, but going through a session and not entering a trade.
Excuse
I
me.
haven't done that very often.
Yep.
It is also trading.
Absolutely.
And makes, consistency.
Well, I would say the last month, my average trade time's, an hour and a half. And in an hour and a half, I might be in a total of 30 seconds of trades. Like 30 seconds out of 90 minutes. That's got to be less than 1%.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. This is not what I expected. But you pointed it out. It respected the open.
Yeah, and the RSI never ever lent itself to down any more than it did to up. So
Yep.
we might have pulled into a range here if it rejects at this level.
Yep. 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Curious to see if we roll up here. 2 minutes left on that candle.
What was the open again? I didn't lock my line in and I just moved it.
0.80 and a
half.
half.
I almost want to work this pivot up now on the 10.
Well,
But
I'm curious to see if it comes back to this support at 100. And if it does, I like it. I'm using that pivot from right at the open. If it pulls back to that previous support of like 100, that would be a 50. I don't think it's gonna.
I'm saying at the 10 here, this last pivot at 40.59 for up now because it just
Yep.
basically
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Sorry. From the open at 940, open price.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Up,
Yeah.
pull back. I was hoping for a deeper pullback though.
Yeah, you would have had to enter on that wick bar on that little 1 2
Yeah.
on the 5 there.
Never
That
got a
was a
pullback once the 10 came together.
Yeah, on the 5 though, you did that
Yep.
wick bar. It would have worked.
Yep.
But, okay.
I didn't get the right look on the 10.
Now though. Wow. So 38.
If we're still buy short from that pre-market high, we just did a 50.
Yeah.
Okay, now that's back to support there. That's back to that 100 that I was looking for. And that was like a 50.
I'm long now.
Yeah, I like this long right here. Need some things to come together. 20's not quite ready. 10's not ready. Got some work to do here. If this doesn't go higher, you could argue head and shoulders on the 20 there, but okay, here we go.
Yeah, pull back on that 20 was 50 RSI.
Just didn't quite come together, eh?
No, and then it's
Close.
close
The
to
10 and the 5 looked really good
well, it
at
yeah, there was
946.
yeah, you could have got that was the trade there.
I didn't like
You
my
got
20 though.
you had to be really fast on the
Yeah.
no, the 20 wasn't pretty. You're right. Actually, no, it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
43. No, you're right. I'm looking at a different pivot there.
Like I never even got to the trigger there.
I was getting close.
I mean, if you were chasing 30 ticks, you would have got it, I think.
Yeah.
What are you, 2030?
2030
Oh
while
yeah.
I'm on this
There was
on this
40.
evaluation.
There was 40 there.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's there's better. They even send you a certificate when you pass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, certificate of achievement, proudly awarded to.
Cool.
Haven't got one of them in a while. Now I'm seeing a lot of divergence to the downside across the board.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold tight on longs right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look on my bigger time frame and reassess.
I just squeezed my 20 chart.
Yeah.
And pulled the top at 2 a.m. to the aftermarket open low at 932 and then back up, and we kind of made that resistance triple top just now. That's a 50. So
yeah, and it's valid right now.
Oh yeah.
That
Yep.
double, well, triple.
And I'm actually curious now, if I throw an extension on here, does that extension target line up with my kind of target low for the day?
So you dropped it. You dropped a fib on the
Not really.
swing high on the 20. Yeah, that was a double on the 50. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's what it's doing too. We'll see.
I kind of want to see it get under the open.
Yeah.
Before I go short, or I guess you could go short to the open still.
Tight targets today.
Mm-hmm. Pull back to 100 right here. Come on.
Okay, there's the open.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
flush here. Okay, well, back to the open would be a 38. That would be a
What pivot?
beautiful setup.
Oh, you pulled from, yeah, you pulled
I
from
just pulled
the
from
last
the,
pivot on the 10.
yeah,
Yeah. Gotcha.
948.
Yeah.
Come on,
Perfectly
baby.
right now.
Get back to the open there. The open is literally on the 38 now. Are you gonna ABC up or is it gonna go down from here?
Divergence up, in my mind. Oh, maybe that would have been used that up already. Okay.
Dirty bitch. I wanted to pull back on the 5 there.
It probably did a 23 there, would be my guess. I don't have my 23 on my
That might have been
eclipse.
a good pullback right there, but now we're, I don't know. I didn't get in.
No, I didn't get in either. I'm just, I'd like to see it come back to the 30. Here we go. I'd like to see it come back to the open at 38. So,
Yeah, good non-trade.
yeah, it was. It was. But now we got a double bottom on the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, go up there. Wow. Did you get in?
No.
Oh, it isn't set. 10 isn't set yet. Yeah, on these, if it sets up, if it does set up, I think you're going to click. You're either going to be stopped or filled.
Mm-hmm. Boy, that bottom's getting respected.
Yeah, that's triple now. It's valid. short down to it here if it hits the 38. Lots of room. Man, it's volatile right now. Do you still have those Keltner bands on?
I have them on my 5, but they're so hard to see because I have them
Yeah.
at such a transparent color.
I'm just wondering if
I don't know. I haven't really. I never really did pay attention to them. I just never took them off.
All right, I'm going to take that off now.
Okay, there's the open. Ooh, you know what? Now the fib target lines up with that 0.43. If it never goes higher than this last high, the fib target lines up beautifully with the 0.43, which is where just a target I've had for the market.
It's up.
Now it's broken. Still be close.
Okay.
Look at the 20 RSI. That's pretty damn nice for looking long.
Yeah, it started in there at that triple you see.
Yep.
Bottom. So I am going to bid on
I'm
right there.
Fairly biased long again. If we could get a good yank here on the 20.
Yeah, right back to somewhere in
back to like 50 RSI would be like a good 38, something like that.
Yeah. I'd like it to push up above that double or top and break that and then pull back. Yeah, then I'd be pretty confident it was.
Say that again.
I'd like it to break 130
Yeah.
and then come back.
Yeah. I'm at 10 o'clock here. I'm going to take a break.
Oh, good call. Time flies when you're having fun.
I know.
You got divergence up on the 10 and
yeah, decided not to take our break just now. This might be setting up long.
Parallel pole now.
RSI is too high on the 10.
Yeah.
There's good. Oof.
I gotta take that break, man. I do not think. Oh, 61 on my fib.
I'm going right from the bottom, and I'm in between 38 and 50, but Now I'm at a 50. $20 never did totally come together there, did it? Neither did the 10, I guess. Never
No.
got any separation on the EMAs.
No.
This is tough.
Well, I think we pulled in a range here between, let's see, 14,050 and about 100, about 100-point range roughly. I'm gonna pull off the 20 down here.
Okay, there's the open. Let's see what it does. I'm at a 61 of that bigger push.
Yeah, same. I got rid of the one on the 10 and put it on the 20. Yeah, the last time we were at this price level on the RSI on the 20, there's a lot of divergence down. But
Look at the RSI on the 10. Straight up. A lot of work to do on the 20 here if we're going to go long.
yes, I was just thinking those EMAs on the 20, once it does a deep pullback like that, you basically gotta wait for one more, eh?
Yeah, you need a good push and pullback. That's when I'll do a double measurement though. So I'll keep everything up on the 20, but then you'll usually get a good push pullback on the 10.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you'll get those fib targets to double up, and then I've really enjoyed those ones. But this is not looking like it wants to push anymore.
No, it really had trouble even pushing off the open there. So
Okay, I'm going back to my break idea. Kind of pullback was that then on the 20?
like a 76, it looks like, to down. Oh, you mean
To up. We walked away right about here.
76 is what I got on mine. And there it just did another one to off that to 61 from that. Oh, that's
So 76 to go up, and then it was a 76 to go down. So now we should get a 61 if you believe in the Fibonacci rules, which I don't necessarily. I just love it for setting targets. But
we're definitely in a range. We've proven we're in a range here.
Yeah,
and
totally.
I'm trying to so this is just as just a side note, I've realized now, like, this is a pretty wide range. Like, you could trade your full target level, but I'm starting to see why put yourself in the situation, if it's not trending, tighten targets up. And I'm talking forever here now. Adapt my trading style. I'm not saying my method any different, but my strategy on targets. So I may be late today. So
Yep. Having a 20 tick target instead of a 30 tick target.
yeah, or split up 20 and 30, because I was trading 40 and 60. And
Oh, I know. I always did feel like that was too much for me. Always was. Okay, was that a 61 there?
On the last one, on the 10.
Yeah, it was.
You went from the third pivot?
I went, 1004 up to 1010 down to 1011. 61. That's usually what breaks the cycle, but Now we're at the top of I've got like a triangle
Yeah, we got a triangle forming on the 20.
or
We wrote it down. I
it's
can
not a
see it.
triangle. What is that called? Pennant?
Rising. Well, no, because the top isn't flat, so it's a triangle.
No,
Is it a triangle?
triangle's when one of the two is flat and the other one's angled. And
Oh yeah,
both of top and bottom. I think that's a
that
pennant, like a
that's a pennant. So
descending pennant.
yeah, because it came into it. Well, I don't know what it is because it. Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Call it whatever you want.
I don't trade patterns
An
anyways.
isosceles triangle
Yeah,
instead of a
yeah,
right angle triangle.
yeah.
I don't know if that's the right word. I haven't
I
done
think it
shapes
is.
in a
I
while.
actually think it is trigonometry, geotrig.
If we didn't have this isosceles forming, I would be looking long right now because of the way that it went 76, 76, 61, and now we're getting that pullback on the 10.
Okay,
Well,
Javon.
we were getting a pullback on the 10. I think you're right. I think we're just going to range inside of this until we break out of it. She might be a no trade day.
Unless you test the range and then you go to the bottom of the range.
Well,
Like,
that's not my style.
yeah. No, I know, but if you adapted the method, like if we looked at it, but you're right. What's the use? It on a
Yeah, I'll just
if
wait
it's
for
right
Monday.
when it starts
Make my money
trending.
on Monday. Oh, it's not going to do this all day. It's how long do we want to sit here on a Friday?
I'm done in what time is it?
10:14.
Yeah, I'm done pretty quick.
I'm probably going
Um,
to stay here till 11 Eastern time.
I'm gonna go up and fill my coffee up because I don't think I'm missing too much here.
No, I don't think so either. I just went and fed the horses, so I get my chores are done.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Sure. I know what I'm missing today, my Arizona bird song.
I wouldn't sit here and say like emotive is a
There we go. We're hitting on top, but we're not hitting on the bottom. Never really drawn these shapes on the RSI, but very much respecting that top and bottom. Curious to see. I assume the RSI will break out of this pattern before price does, so very curious to see what happens.
Holy rangefinder.
Yeah, dude, draw that same isosceles triangle on your RSI on the 20s you did on the price. It's even more accurately respecting the top and bottom boundaries
Wow.
on that. So I was
Yeah.
just thinking, I bet it will break out of the RSI pattern before the price breaks out of the pattern. And I'm
Yeah. It's
curious to
got it.
see if if that will be the leading indicator as to which way this is going to go. What's the rule with these pennants?
It's the opposite of what you think it would be, I thought. So if it's a rising pennant, it's going to drop. If it's a descending present pennant, when it breaks out, it's supposed to break out long. Descending is long.
I thought it had something to do with the flagpole, but there is no flagpole. We were sideways going into this market. I guess if anything, we
I could
came
be
into
wrong.
it with a downward.
At the end of the day, I'm not going. Yeah, it'll be cool to look up after to see if it does it, but I'm not going to base it off of one time I saw it. But I'm just saying, like, price action's going to tell me what it's going to do here pretty quick, because it's coming to the end of this. It's squeezed so tight here now. Like it's gotta go one way or the other. Obviously.
So
That's
yeah,
a
this is
cool.
called a pennant, bullish and bearish pennant pattern. And they're saying that it is going to break. It breaks based on the flagpole.
It just broke out going down.
No.
Now, if it pulls back to it,
Yeah.
What the rule is, or what?
Oh, you mean on RSI it did?
No, on the trend lines I drew, it just
Oh.
broke out of it.
And
if it
mine
pulls
didn't.
back to it now a guy trading this would probably, if it wicks down off this,
Oh,
he'd be going short.
I think I have a much bigger pennant. Mine starts at 9:54 this morning on the 20.
Like this is set if you did that to go short because it pulled back to the RSI on the 10. And
Mine's still inside the shape though.
No, mine isn't. Mine just broke out.
Oh, you were drawing a much smaller one. I was drawing. Look at the one where your bottom line starts at 9:54 a.m.
Yeah, no, I used that.
You used the one at 10:11.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and just went along there.
Yeah, okay.
See, it broke down out, and if it blows through the open here.
Mine is just right on that bottom boundary line. Curious to see what happens. This would suggest that it breaks down, is what I was just looking at.
Yeah. Wow, and look at the RSI on the 10. It's hitting that 50 line, bouncing, 50 line, bouncing, 50 line, bouncing 3 times. And it could pull back, retrace here much farther than it has.
Okay, now I'm just poking out the bottom here.
A 50 on my big time frame, a 50 retracement and the 50 EMA on my 3 hour for long, a pullback long, was way down at 14,020. So there's that.
I'd like to see a decent little push here on the 20 with a pullback to the open.
Yeah.
I wanted to see more than that.
Well, it's slowed down and it's flowing a little better now than it was.
Yeah, mine just barely poked the bottom of that boundary, so. And RSI, same thing. But now I'm at the top of the range on the RSI. Breaking out of the range at the top of the RSI, but still in the range on price. This is super interesting. I've never thought to draw these on the RSI. Whoops. I'm gonna pause the recording here. We're just chewing up minutes watching paint dry. Okay, well I put it on pause because it was very boring, but I think have significantly broke the bottom. We punctured the bottom here, we just poked out the top here. Now this is significant, so I feel pretty good about working this pivot on the 10. That's a 38. Not quite a 38,
Not
but
quite.
good enough if it's the open.
Yeah.
The other nice place to pull back to would be the
50, because that's an area of interest.
well, the what am I trying to say? The bottom of this pattern, this
Triangle,
pennant,
yeah.
right there, right there,
Yeah, it's a deep 38. That'd be good too.
and that's pushing right now on the 20. That's pushing off the bottom of that pennant. Right there, you can see it.
Sure.
Man, well, we got excited for a minute.
Yeah. Wow. Just buyers and sellers all in the same place, just trading their money back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you had a method for trading ranges, you would have had about probably 7 trades either way today. Oh yeah, easy, because these moves are 100 to 100 to 200 ticks.
I got a Skype call later with a guy that has come up with a new strategy that he wants me to just to give him feedback on, and he would add a heyday because his is all based on the reversal. So he'd have been getting in all these pivots. It's one of those ones where you could take 27 trades every day, and I love that style of trading, like love it, but it is way too much for my mental capacity to handle.
Yeah, I like this 1 to 2 trades,
Oh,
singles and doubles.
absolutely, so much easier on your mind.
Well, that's it, and I'm realizing like for longevity in this career.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is
high frequency trading will burn you up,
totally
burn you out faster.
This is such low stress trading, and the financial rewards are just as, you know what I mean. They're there.
Yeah,
They are
just
there.
add size.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we've proven that you can make, like, we're trading low volume or low size, and 1,500 to $2,000 a week is extremely doable.
Yeah.
Or I should, well, for me, it's been more like 1,000 to 1,500 a week, but I won't be there for the next little while as I'm trading one contract. But with 2 contracts, yeah, $1,500 a week is totally doable.
Easily, yeah. Yeah.
And the win rate, I'm over 90% in June.
Yeah.
And I've said for a long time that you cannot be more than 66% accurate, 2/3 accurate. Anyone tells you they're better than 2/3 win rate, they're full of shit. But I guess I'm full of shit. But
just let it get it. Just let's see what happens.
But you can be, I bet you can average above 70 with this strategy.
Sure.
As long as your psychology is solid.
But if your psychology can handle 50%, you could take these same trades and then have targets out
bigger
50,
targets,
60, 70, 80, 100 X out if you want
totally.
to.
And I'd rather just, like you said, I'd rather hit singles and doubles all day with a high hit rate than a lower hit rate with some home runs.
Hmm. But I feel like when I get there, I want to get up to this. I think 60 ticks is not a home run on the Nasdaq. I think it's more of a
Just
on a
depends on the
proper
day.
setup. Yeah, on
Yep,
the
you
day.
just have to know what kind of day you're in and know what the market's bearing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause again. This is getting. I don't see anything here worth getting excited about.
But this would be a good, like, even though you didn't make money and no trade, work the market, but didn't trade. Like, this shows as much.
Yeah.
This is trading, but yeah,
Yep.
like Rand said, he said, and Rand told me, yeah, I feel like I put everybody on a pedestal, but I just, I hear things and I may have heard them 100 times, and then I hear it and I'm like, whoever said it, I think it's the first person that said it, but basically, not, you've said it 100 times. Not trading, not taking a trade is
Is
also
winning.
trading.
Yep.
It's trade, yeah.
It's trading and it's
Trading.
winning.
Yeah, it's winning. Yeah, you're right. Not trading is winning. Not taking a trade
Absolutely.
is making money too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just the mindset to this is so different than the Alberta, Saskatchewan males are raised in. Well, everywhere, but like we're alpha. We're
Mhm.
raised to be alphas, and alphas don't belong in the market. They get slaughtered.
Mhm.
You got to become more of a beta male, where
Well, yeah, living proof of that. I've been at this a year and a half,
yeah,
and it's taken me a year and a half to figure that out.
yeah,
That I can't be the big dog.
no,
But my childhood, my upbringing, my careers, or my career, the jobs I had within my career, I was
well,
um, a leader and or um, highly competitive to be the best.
yeah, same,
Like when
dude.
I was in sales, I was hyper competitive to be the top sales
That
guy revenue wise. When I played sports, I was. I mean, ask my
and
wife. She'll
it
hardly play
works.
cards with me because.
Yeah,
And I've worked on that.
yeah,
I worked with Steve on that, and for a period of time, he didn't want me doing anything competitive. Like he didn't
oh
want me to
yeah,
play. He didn't want me to play crib with my old man because when I play him, I play to win.
same here. I'm the
We
exact
have a first to 100 wins for $100. So every time Dad and I play, I just keep track on my phone. The first guy to win 100 games, and I think the score is like 60-40 right now or something. But it's competitive. I don't do anything really. If there's a winner and a loser, I'm there to win,
Mhm.
and that's good and all, but it's not good for the market mindset.
It's terrible for the market mindset. You
Yeah.
can't have a worse one. I've learned that because you just described me. I think, and funny, I've seen it to the extreme. So when I was in treatment, okay, back in
Double.
the day,
Sorry, interrupt for a sec. Double top. We are recording, by the way.
we are
Yeah,
okay.
which is fine. This is good. This is good stuff. But we
Yeah,
just double topped on the 10 with huge drop in RSI.
yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
maybe don't tell your deepest darkest secrets, but this psychology stuff's good. This is what
No, but
this is good.
anyways, I have a friend who's a professional ball player. Okay, he played baseball player. He plays for the Giants,
Hmm.
and and we were playing water volleyball, and dude, I have never seen somebody lose their shit and get so competitive. I thought I was competitive. I was like a little pussycat to this guy. He was like, you were like, dude, it's water volleyball. Who cares?
Like at a resort in Mexico or something.
Yeah, and he just
That's
he
awesome.
he it was, dude, it was uncomfortable, so we all had to quit playing. Yeah, and but he, in his business, he told me what it's like to play professional ball and grow
Oh
up in
yeah.
the minors and stuff. Dude, it is cutthroat as you get. Everybody's trying to get your job, and it's hard on guys if you don't start to compete with. He told me if you compete with the other guys, you will burn yourself out in this game. You have to compete with yourself,
Cool.
and just look at your own performance. And he said, but like all of us, he wrestled with it. He is yeah. So anyways, it, it was interesting to see at a real high functioning level what people are like, because he was like, you think, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah. Oh, and if he came in and did this, like he'd have to do a full freaking lobotomy. I don't, like he would just blow. I would.
He'd
Who
have work to
knows?
do.
He'd have work to do, right?
Yep. Well, that's what I was told, that the mindset that got you to this point in your life with success in business is not the same mindset that's going to make you successful as a day trader. And that was hard to hear because
Yeah.
I like the way I am. I just have realized that if I want to do this, I'm going to have to make some changes.
Well, I just put a area of resistance in on my chart, 20 at between. See here, kind of pokes out. And the area of 125 and 130. Man, it's hit it 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4, 5 times,
I didn't even
and
realize the double top at 120.
yeah, completely rejected.
Yep.
So
That's where my whole shape started.
if it broke that and pulled back to it, I would go long.
It's actually a decent setup to go long just right there for a second. Pushes or not, don't seem to be going very long today though. Rejecting it again, eh?
Mm-hmm.
3
Mm-hmm.
points. Look at the divergence on the 20 though. On the RSI. Straight
From the
down
pivot.
on that last two pivots.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I believe it because it's hit it 3, 4 times, and yeah, it's probably going to drop back down to bottom of the range if it doesn't break out of this.
I don't even know what I'm looking for anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a trade happening here. Because by the time it sets up on the 20, you're at the bottom.
We're gonna have to
Short.
start telling more personal stories.
It would be a good setup to go short.
When I get my new internet, I want to start streaming instead of recording.
That'd be cool.
I think it'd be easier. Not that I edit these videos or anything, because I'm not a video editor kind of guy. YouTube's pretty fascinating. You do a lot of shit on there. I'm just trying to figure it all out.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how anyone ever finds you to follow you. You know what I mean? I guess same way I found people to follow. Like I follow a few traders. Just start typing shit in the search engine.
I think, yeah. And I think it's attraction too. I think it's all organic is the healthy way to do it. Because when you say you trade and some guy watches you and learns to trade this method and does well and keeps watching, he tells his buddy and goes, "This is
Yeah.
how," and then that guy calls it boom, 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 boom,
Mm-hmm.
just by, yeah,
Yeah. Excuse me, that's true.
Short entry right there.
Yeah.
No, I know if you're the 20's not set though. I know.
I liked how it double topped on the RSI on the 10. I agree
Yeah.
with you in that regard, but
On my old rules, that would have been
yeah, for sure.
could have been a
Man, I go back to what? When did we start trading this method?
May 1st, roughly.
Has it been that long? 6 weeks, 7 weeks? Yeah,
Like
I guess it was.
maybe the first week of May.
6 weeks. I even have gone through some of my old trades, just like I usually mark up all my trades. Some of the entries at the beginning were brutal.
Well, we weren't using the RSI at all, really.
I wasn't. I think you were more than I was. I couldn't.
I was trying to use it on the 5, but it's so erratic on the 5. The 10's the one that I find is the one that
Yeah.
that really makes sense because it doesn't pop so fast.
Yeah.
The 5, yeah. I think you could change the period on the 5 to get it to slow down and put it in a place, but I just haven't messed with that. If you
I,
change it maybe to a 20 period, it might slow.
I find it's not bad as long as the market's not ripping around too quick.
Yeah, yeah.
And I find when you need a pullback, you usually get it.
Yeah.
I think I can stop that fib. So it never really broke out of.
It hasn't yet. It's ranging all morning. It pulled in. Wow,
Like this, but this
shit.
pennant thing, like my lines are now crossed. And it's still kind of holding within it.
Yeah, it pulled into this range at 8 this morning and has been in it and actually tightened up to where we're right now. In between, call it 14,050 and 14,130 in there.
Yeah, I got to assume that we're gonna get a nice downward push here. I kind of feel like we're going to go on a bit of an actual push instead of sideways trend. And then I think we'll get to where we're going or where it wants to go, and then I feel like it's going to range again. That's I don't know. That's just what my gut tells me is going to happen here. This is so tempting to go short here. But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to short into the open tick. But I really want to get below it and pull back to it.
It's a 61.
I want to be short right now. That pullback on the 5 just a second ago, I want to be short off of it. But there's no way I would ever do that into the open.
And it's a 61% pullback here long.
Oh, I see. Still. Yeah.
And so
I'm super biased short now because of the RSI on the 20.
Yeah. The problem is how, as long as you got to get in right after the open because you only have.
Yeah.
you have from the open to where it's ranging, oh, you have 73 ticks. 70 ticks.
To the bottom of the today's range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, it hasn't really gone back there in a while. So look at the open tick hold there. That's why you don't trade into the open. What are we at here for recording time today? Just over an hour. Probably much more entertaining for people to watch though with two of us on here. This could turn into like a podcast style trading room.
Sorry, I had a call come in that cut me off.
Oh, no worries. If we could pull back to the 50 RSI on the open, or on the 50 RSI on the 10 and the open on the 10, I would take a stab short.
Yeah, I'm back with you.
If this would pull back to 50 RSI on the 10 and the open tick, I would take a stab short.
And that's right at the bottom of that range, man.
See if the open holds. Not even a little bit.
Okay, well, that's my day.
Okay.
That was good, man. I enjoyed that. So,
Calling her at 11 here.
yeah.
I think
Yeah,
I'm going to do the
that's
same.
enough.
I just don't see, unless we get a drop right now.
Yeah.
I like the
And
20. I like to set up on the 20 right now. We're at a 38. We're at the 50. But unless this decides to go down like right kind of now.
now, yeah, the RSI on the 10's favoring that at this
Mm-hmm.
very moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If we could get a drop here, get under the 50 RSI on the 10, pull back to the 50 RSI on the 10. 20 set up perfectly right now. I would look for a short, a small short, 30 tick short, which I guess that's all I'm ever looking for. Other than that, I'm going to call it a day if that doesn't happen here in the next like 3-4 minutes. If it goes down from here, target for this move would be 48 3/4, 48 and a half. 10 looks good for a drop.
Yeah.
Big volume bar here on 20.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, pullback.
I'm short.
Short as well.
Target is 68.
Yep.
Stopped.
Stopped.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We waited all morning and that was as good of a setup.
I should have quit when I said I was going to quit.
You know what though? Fuck that. That was a
That was a good loss.
beautiful setup.
Yeah. The only thing was is we were in that range and but it is what it is. Now
I
what?
am a-okay with that trade and I am a-okay with that stop because that
Yeah.
fit our rules to a T.
What was your entry? Mine was 11 o'clock. I got filled at 11 o'clock.
0-0, me too.
Yeah. Wow.
Like look at the 10 RSI leading up to that trade. perfect, perfect, perfect. We get the dual bar pull back to the open tick, perfect. Back to the 50 RSI on the 5, perfect. Back to the 50 RSI on the 10, just about perfect.
Mm-hmm.
The setup on the 5 was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it was. It was. I'm just looking at it here.
And how many ticks did I get? I got 16 ticks.
So
That was the setup of the day, as far as I'm concerned. You couldn't convince me otherwise. I don't think you could convince me. I'm trying to see if there's something here that I should have noticed. But
other than the range, dude.
well,
we hit the
yeah,
bottom of the range.
but
Yeah.
this range is, even if we just took it back to the pivot,
That was the bottom. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
you know what I mean? From
Yeah.
where we got in back to the bottom of the range was 47 ticks.
Hmm.
There's nothing about that trade that I regret.
I'm just looking at it.
I mean, we called it out prior to it happening. It needed to drop from there. It did. We needed to pull back to the RSI on the 10 and the open. We did. We got the perfect setup on the 5.
You might have been able to get in at 10:59:26. The 10, the yellow and the red were on top of each other.
Yeah, I didn't like it on. I did not like it there.
That would have possibly.
Look at how much better the RSI is where we took it.
Oh yeah, no, it's way better. It's way
Yeah.
better. There's no question.
No, that's my first stop in 3 weeks, at full stop, and I have absolutely no problem. I'm probably happier that I took that trade and got stopped than if I wouldn't have taken a trade at all. Because sometimes I feel like I get a little bit too passive on tough days, and I don't take any trades where there's. I mean, that was a trade. That was 100% a trade. And look what's going to happen now. It's gonna end up pushing.
It's having trouble. Yeah, it's having trouble getting at it.
Yeah, that was a trade. That was a beautiful trade. Here's another one.
Yeah, there's possibly another trade coming. That was the entry right there.
I entered that, and I just got stopped.
Oh shit.
I like that one too. It just needed one extra pullback. Let's see if it goes here. I only got taken out by about 3 ticks there. I thought it had enough momentum. I got in a little bit late, but I thought it had enough momentum that it was going to go.
It looks like it wants.
Like I didn't get slippage. There was that delay in my brain because I got filled pretty much right at the bottom before it pulled back there. You know what I mean? If I would have waited for that pullback, I still wouldn't be in this trade. I'd probably be in right now. Yeah, tough day trading.
Yeah.
Not overly impressed with my last entry there, but that first one, I still stand by that 100%. Well, I told you I was due for a loss. I'd had too many wins in a row, and well, losses are a part of trading. So minus 215 today. Time to go roping.
Good for you for just holding. Yeah, it is. Okay, man, I do actually have to.
Yeah, I'm out of here too. Have a good day, and we will be back on Monday.
You bet. Take care, man.
Yeah, you too.